So 170,000 is your call on this, and everyone's been jacking their calls up. Kathy Wood is now said her 1.5 million by 2030 is now happening even earlier than that.
Yes. Well, listen, I don't want to be Kathy. I think we're all differentiated. I'm just going off of technically what has happened since the prior halvings. The prior halvings, you typically move 4x, and then you typically have a retracement. And so I think you're going to move 4x. You will probably have a retracement. We just got one, frankly. But it won't be as big. It'll be a more muted retracement because of all the money being inducted into the market related to Bitcoin.
Okay. Now, people are already saying, enjoy this bull run while it lasts. You got 12 months, 14 months. And then, of course, as we get used to it, we're going to start to sell ourselves that this cycle is different. It's the super cycle.
Right.
And I can see people saying this is different. You got
cause it to go higher because it'll climb the wall of worry of that.
And so what do you think's happening next year? I mean, this thing will...
Well, so I think Bitcoin will be 100,000 by the end of this year. It'll probably be 170,000 at the end of 2 years. And then I think you have to stop and reassess everything. You have to say, okay, is it fully in the marketplace now? Are institutions buying it? Are small institutions buying it? Are endowments buying it? I think if all of those things are happening, it could be a higher price than what I'm suggesting.
Okay. Talk to me about the Ethereum ETF, since you know what's going to happen. Is this being approved? May 23rd is a big date.
I don't know. I have to totally be candid because I don't have the inside scoop on Ethereum, but I don't think it's going to get approved.
Okay.
And I think that Gary will do a flex, an administrative flex, and he'll be Lucy. I don't know if your UK viewers and listeners remember Lucy, but she was in Peanuts. She used to hold the football for Charlie Brown, and she'd say, "Hey, Charlie, come kick the football." And at the last minute when he was going to kick the ball, she pulled the ball away from him. Okay, it's a proverbial stealing of the punch bowl. So I'm mixing metaphors, but you get my point. The Fed, they could do that. You could have unforeseen calamities. A lot of weird things happen with Bitcoin. And I think that the SEC, as it relates to the Ethereum situation, they're taking so much flack from the Elizabeth Warrens about the approval of the ETF. They just may punt it until the next midterms.
Okay. Did they have to approve it at the end of the day? I mean, did they get so much pressure from the money?
Yeah, but they lost the court case.
Right.
So remember,
they still could have sat on it, right?
They could have, but it would have gone to the Supreme Court. It would have been an annihilation. You saw the SEC just got censured today for their overreach, executive administrative overreach for one of these Bitcoin companies. I can't remember which one. Okay. But you have a court telling you that you have to approve the ETF. Remember, Gensler was the winning vote. It went 3-2. He could have voted no, but as he told Elizabeth Warren, he told CNBC, I lost the court case. I'm a guy that respects the rule of law.
Okay. There's something there then.
Yeah.
With Ethereum, it's a yield-bearing instrument.
Yes.
Which is something that Wall Street and traditional FI seem to crave, whether it's a fund or a pension fund or anything.
Well, it might be a security, so you have to be careful with that one because they're opining on it now, and they're taking a position that it is a security. They may lose that case if they ever have to bring it because they lost the Ripple case, and Ripple has certain elements of its non-fungible token that are similar to Ethereum. So again, the courts, the very famous administrative line is arbitrary and capricious. If I pass the Bitcoin ETF, the futures ETF, what am I doing now? And so in other words, they passed the futures. They said no to the Bitcoin ETF. The industry came in and said, wait a minute, that's arbitrary and capricious. It's actually laws that were passed by Ronald Reagan. You can't overly politicize the regulatory process. It shouldn't be about this is a hard left policy decision or a hard right policy decision. It should be about right or wrong.
But there's an Ethereum future, so that means this should happen, right?
I do believe it'll happen, but I think they're going to try to slow it down.
And when it does happen,
nature of the beast.
Will there be a bigger demand from Wall Street because it has a yield curve potentially and it's yield bearing than even Bitcoin?
I'm not sure if it'll be more than Bitcoin.
Okay.
But I do think if Bitcoin trades up to 5 billion, Ethereum is coming right behind it, 2-3 billion.
Okay.
I say billion, but I mean trillion, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. Billions, when I was a kid, it used to be a lot of money. Now we're into trillions.
Being a millionaire.
It'd be into quintillions
we were
or
kids.
stuff like that.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?